Let's go next to our caller from the 724 area code. Who's calling today from 724?
What's going on, Dave?
Hey, who's this?
Can you hear me? My name's Bird.
Hey, Bird, what's up?
Oh, not much. I enjoyed that last bit,
Yeah.
sort of.
All right.
My question would be, why does the press corps, when they're
Yeah.
listening to Donald Trump and he's just blabbing on, or when he personally attacks him,
Yep.
why don't they grow the balls and actually snap back at him? Why are they just sitting there hanging their heads and letting him ramble?
Yeah. I know what you mean. So here's the thing. There's a balance. First of all, even if you have a president who has thrown all guidelines of decorum into the trash, the press corps is still relatively collegial and they have a code of conduct and they are journalists and they sort of abide by it. Like they don't throw their code of conduct out the window just because Trump does. What I would like to see is when, a couple days ago, Trump said, I'm withholding money from the WHO. 5 minutes later, someone said, is that a good idea? And he said, I never said I was withholding money from the WHO. I would like to see everybody in the room read the quote back to him and confront him with it. But the reality
But
is,
that's the great thing.
if you hold on one sec, if
They
you
do.
call Trump out on a lie, he'll tell three more lies and it branches virally. So I don't really know that you get anywhere. I feel like it's almost a lost cause.
It may seem that way, I guess.
Yeah.
I don't understand it myself personally. I'm not a journalist. I don't
Right.
think I could personally sit there and listen to him talk without saying something, you know. And maybe they should. Maybe they should push harder. Maybe they'll draw him out. The real Donald Trump, because this bullshit persona he puts on now, he don't even act presidential now, So, but I think if they pushed him a little harder, he might snap, and we might.
I agree with you. I mean, listen,
full-on meltdown.
When Trump does get pushed a little more, or he gets asked what he considers a nasty question, he does snap. He starts pointing at reporters and saying, you're a third-rate journalist. You should be ashamed of yourself. You're never going to succeed. That's the realest Trump that we ever see. And he very quickly snaps. And that's what he's known for doing in private with his own employees and people who work for him. Like, I believe that's the closest to the real Trump we ever see.
And I love that. The fact that he calls every honest question, it's a legitimate question. How can you call it nasty, especially when they're quoting him?
Yeah. No. So here's the code
They're
you have
quoting
to
him
understand.
back to him,
If Trump says that's a beautiful question, it's a softball, usually from OAN, right? If Trump says the question
of
is
course.
nasty or that the journalists should be ashamed of themselves, that's the thread you want to be pulling on because you're actually getting at something Trump doesn't want to talk about.
And their praise is so blatant.
Yeah.
I mean, everybody else in the room turns and look at it because they're sitting there going, oh, Mr. President, you're so strong. You're so big and strong.
That's the way it goes. Yeah. When you see the press
and
corps
that
turn to
absolutely
say,
kills me.
who the hell is asking that? It's usually because it's OAN asking some brown-nosing question.
Well, he loves praise.
He certainly does. Bird, thank you for the call. Very much appreciate it.